implications and impact of COVID-19 pandemic on the global, African and Nigerian economy. Here are the following updates we have at the moment. At the global level, the confirmed cases of COVID-19 are 4,399,070. 296,092 deaths have been recorded, while 1,644,398 recoveries have also been reported. In Africa, the confirmed cases are 69,885, with 2,404 deaths and 24,147 recoveries. In Nigeria, the confirmed cases are 4,787, with 158 deaths and 959 recoveries. Let's give you the developing stories we have at the moment. In the United States of America, the Federal Reserve Chairman, Mr. Jerome Powell, has warned of a threat of a prolonged recession resulting from the viral outbreak and urged Congress and the White House to act further to prevent long-lasting economic damage. The Fed and Congress have taken far-reaching steps to try to counter what is likely to be a severe downturn resulting from the widespread shutdown of the United States economy. Mr. Powell cautioned that widespread bankruptcies among small businesses and extended unemployment for many people remain a serious risk. According to him, we ought to do what we can to avoid these outcomes. For those monitoring developments in the United States of America, last month, April, America lost 20.1 million jobs and also is facing the worst downturn since the 1930s depression. Still in the U.S., governors of the 50 states today urged leaders in Washington to abandon partisanship and deliver relief to cities and states facing economic disaster in their efforts to battle what they call a red, white, and blue pandemic. The plea followed the unveiling today of a $3 trillion plus coronavirus relief package by the Democrats in the U.S. House of Representatives. The proposal would provide funding for states, businesses, and families. Without specifically mentioning Tuesday's bill, the bipartisan National Governors Association asked Congress to deliver urgent state fiscal relief at this time. We move to Turkey, where the government is stepping up efforts to sustain and provide a robust economic plan in the face of the coronavirus pandemic and has reached a value of 240 billion lira, converted to $34.4 billion, state-owned Anadolu agency quoted Finance Minister Berat Albayrak as saying. Mr. Albayrak said the amount was equivalent of 5% of the gross domestic product in terms of intervention to stabilize the economy. The Turkish government has stepped in to top up income or daily pay stipends as the pandemic has forced businesses to shut and furlough staff. Businesses and consumers are also being given access to fresh loans this period. In Europe, the European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen has said she's working on an ambitious plan to help economic recovery from the effect of the coronavirus pandemic. The recovery instrument proposal that von der Leyen originally intended to publish last week is still being revised by EU officials, with member states fighting over how it will be funded. Von der Leyen told the European Parliament today in Brussels that the tool would sit alongside the bloc's regular budget and be funded as part of the Commission's borrowing on financial markets. At a time of adversity, such as we're facing now, Europe more than ever needs unity and ambition, von der Leyen told lawmakers. The plan, which will have to be endorsed by the Parliament and national governments, will see most of the funds spent on public investment and reforms in the countries most deeply affected by the coronavirus lockdown. Von der Leyen stressed that funding will be given only for projects aligned with European policy, such as on measures to fight climate change and boost digitalization. The Italian government has approved a long-delayed €55 billion stimulus package aimed at helping firms and families overcome the coronavirus crisis. Prime Minister Giuseppe Conte said today. We recall that Italy is among the worst-hit countries from the coronavirus, and the pandemic really affected the economy. Prime Minister Conte, weeks ago, apologized for the delay in incentives and stimulus packages to citizens and businesses, and has now released the fund to support the economy. In the United Kingdom, Bank of England Governor Andrew Bailey has signaled in an interview with ITV that the central bank is likely to increase its purchase of British government debt, the broadcaster said today. These are part of measures to ensure that the economy is stabilized and support comes from the monetary policy side as UK also begins to cushion the effects of COVID-19 pandemic on the economy. A collapse in consumption and other data point to a downward revision of the International Monetary Fund's already pessimistic outlook for the global economy, given the global coronavirus pandemic, a top IMF official said. Consumer confidence has been on the intense hit, and also in the United States of America, it was reported earlier this week that consumer confidence fell for the first time in many years. This is a global trend, and the IMF is raising concerns over this. In Nigeria, the Federal Executive Council held its first ever virtual meeting, chaired by President Muhammadu Buhari. At the meeting, the President, through the Secretary of the Government of the Federation, announced the appointment of Professor Ibrahim Gambari, the former Minister of External Affairs in 1984 to 1985, as the new Chief of Staff. Professor Gambari, a seasoned diplomat who has worked with the Nigerian government extensively and United Nations, takes over late Malam Abba Kyari, who passed on recently and was buried according to Islamic rites. And that will be all for tonight's COVID-19 update. You can visit our website www.proshareng.com to get more incisive analysis, news stories and videos as it relates to financial markets, the economy and the business environment. In this period, ProShare, Nigeria's leading financial information hub, has packaged for you a platform called Corona Central Watch that gives you credible and reliable data on the national, global and even state level of COVID-19 pandemic spread and the impact on the economy. You can visit this website www.proshareng.com/COVID-19 to get all those analysis and details you need. Also follow our social media platforms showing on the screen for further updates on our market reports. Till we come your way again, thank you for watching. Have a nice day and stay safe.